Good morning, Irish fans. It is Friday, October 25th. Tomorrow, Notre Dame versus Navy. Playing that game in New Jersey. It's going to be a fun game. Tell you what, Navy is probably the best they have been that we've played them in 30 years, maybe longer. This team has had such an explosive offense this year. Their offensive production has been as good as ours. So I don't know if that's terribly. We should be concerned. We should be concerned. I was going to say I don't think that's terribly concerning. But this team, this Navy team that we're about to play this weekend, they can put up some points. And they can move the ball in a way that a lot of the teams that we have seen so far really can't. Everybody's seen kind of like the Nick Saban analysis at this point in time. I don't need to go over that with you again, about the different ways they can beat you, doing the triple option, getting the ball over the top now finally. This is not a team that has historically passed a lot. You could really kind of sell out on the run. It's going to give our defense some problems. And so I actually don't expect our defensive production in this game to be as good as our defensive production has been throughout the earliest part of the year. Now, keep in mind, our defense gave up its second touchdown in a game last week in garbage time against Georgia Tech. And their quarterback paid for it. So, if we don't think our defense is stout, that's a good statistic to think about and to remember. Our defense has been that good. Now, do I think we give up, 2 scores, maybe 3 scores? Yeah, I actually do. I think this Navy offense is that good. They've got so many ways they can trick you. Everybody has to constantly be 100% focused on what they're supposed to be doing, what they're supposed to go do next, and then what they're supposed to go do after that. This is not going to be normal football. This is going to be every situation playing the game like you're a shortstop or a catcher. 2 of the busiest players on a baseball field. It's just the reality. Hey, if the ball's not coming towards me on the start, what do I do? And then there's always the deception, right? There's always the fake end arounds, and there's the reverses, and there's you've constantly got to be aware of what's going on the field too, aware of what's going on the field, aware of where your guy is at, and thinking 3 moves ahead of how are they possibly going to beat me on this play. So we're going to give up some big plays on defense. Certainly going to give up some big plays, especially they are going to attack Leonard Moore like crazy. And that young man is a true freshman. I tell you what, he's an amazing talent. But if I'm Navy and I'm looking at the roster or the depth chart and I'm looking at film, that's the spot that I'm going to attack. Because not because he's not the best athlete on the field, but because he's got the least experience on the field. And I'm going to be doing the same thing attacking Anthony Knapp on the defensive side of the ball. You're going to attack the true freshman. Those are the spots that you're going to go after. Now, everybody's already kind of seen that. So that's not really anything new for our offense. I think our offense does just fine. And our offensive production's going to do well. On the offense side of the ball, we're bigger, we're just as fast. And I think we've got a lot more talent overall. Not to say that these Navy kids aren't good athletes. They're definitely good athletes. Their offensive production and defensive production speaks to that. But they've given up some big scores against a couple of teams on defense. Memphis in particular, Bucknell as well. They gave up 21 against Bucknell, right? So Navy hasn't seen an offense like ours yet this season. that's this good. And I know I would have never said that at the beginning of the season, like, our offense is good, but our offense has been progressively getting better as the season has gone on. For the first time this season, I'm actually more concerned about the defense and what the defense is going to do. Our key to that this week has been Tyler Buckner, who had a great fake field goal run for a first down last week against Georgia Tech. And by the way, Georgia Tech did a good job of helping prepare us for this game as well, because they ran a lot of the kind of stuff here and there that we're going to see against Navy. They ran the offensive type of plays, the fake reverse, actual reverse, handoff option, pull the handoff, play action option pass, right? Like, all of the things that can possibly go on the field to beat you, all the choices that the quarterback can make to possibly beat you. Georgia Tech did a lot of that. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to give you my score prediction. And I'm going to say Notre Dame 34 again. No. I'm going to say Notre Dame 31. Navy 21. Give or take a little. I don't know that Navy actually scores 3 touchdowns. I think they score 3 times, 2 touchdowns, and maybe a third score. And I don't know what the spread is on this. All right. Anyway, if you liked the video, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Really appreciate you all. Go Irish. Beat Navy. God bless. See you Sunday.